Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the realm. Today we're on episode 4 and I have changed some things in the base. First of all, this is where the old little stairwell thing used to be, so I've changed this around a little bit. We've now just got one stairwell down here, and then I just sort of carved out one of these sections to put the bed and just some furnaces in at the moment. It's obviously not looking too beautiful at the moment, but it is a start. I've also just got, obviously got some more iron and things here now as well, and some the wood from before. We've got a lot more cobblestone as well, and that's because I've carved out one of these sections here and created another circle in here. The only problem with this one was, ooh, that was quite lucky actually. The only problem with this one, obviously, as you just saw, is we've got a bit of a hole in the mountain here. From it. So I thought maybe instead of building up the mountain around it, we could create like a little window in the mountain, because that was a glorious view that we got from up there. If we can maybe just quickly teleport back up there. I love those little tricks you can do after you've died prematurely. So yeah, it is quite a nice view that we get out here, obviously. So I want to try and capitalize on that. We can maybe make a window here, and we've got this pretty vast desert right out front of our door here, so that we can access some of that sand to get that window created. I also want to try and find some diamonds in this episode. That would be great. And I want to probably carve out one of these sections in here, either that one or that one. I'm not really too sure which one is best for us to go into. I'll have to sort of figure that out. Probably this one. I don't think we've got much space on this side. But I'd have to figure that out. We'll carve one out and put our potato farm in here and maybe set up a wheat farm as well. And then after we've got some wheat, we're going to go ahead and find some cows, so we can set up a basic little cow farm and get some cows in here for some leather, so that we can start getting ready to enchant some gear. So I've gone ahead and made a few spare pickaxes here and some spare iron axes, because this one's just about dead, and obviously I'm using them to kill all the bad guys that we will find in the mines. I've found quite an extensive mine off in this direction here, so I think what we might do is go and try and find some diamonds first. So it's pretty much off in the same direction that we found the other mines, but this one is a lot bigger. I've already basically explored all of the other cave system there. And this one is huge, like really huge, guys, and I think it goes all the way down to diamond level. So if you head off basically in this direction, you'll see, I think just over there, we'll actually run past other sections of it over here, which is like right there, I think. So that's basically a part of the old cave system that I've already explored. You can see all the torches there. Is this part of the new one? No, that's just a dead end. I think it's just above this, just beyond this hill here. It sort of goes into, I think it might be here. This is part of it. Yeah. So here. So if we go in here and go in here, you can see I've already explored parts of it. But this thing is huge. And there are a lot of bad guys in here as well. I've already killed quite a few creepers in here. We've got some gunpowder. I actually got my first ender pearl as well. So, whoop. And there's one bad guy. He's got an enchanted bow. Let's see if we can get this off him. No, he just dropped arrows. But you can see how deep that goes, right? You can really... You sort of get the feeling in here that we might be able to find some diamonds in here. Or at least I get that feeling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a time lapse right now. And then during the time lapse, I'm just going to have a chat to you guys. You know, it's the new year now. I hope you guys did have a happy new year. So I just want to chat to you guys about some plans and sort of what my New Year's resolution is and what I want to do for the new year as well. And yeah. As we get started on the time lapse here, I just wanted to first of all take some time to thank you guys for your continued support on the channel. Even after I took a very, very long break, I just wanted to thank you guys once again. And I'm very excited to be going ahead with this series here. I'm more motivated than ever to be making these videos, and I'm really excited to see how this series progresses. Just wanted to take some time to, obviously it's a new year, and the sort of general trend across the world is to set New Year's resolutions. And over the last few years, I've let my health and fitness slip by the wayside. and it's really sort of caught up with me, as well as obviously, you know, like the reason why health and fitness goes by the wayside is because of a lack of discipline and procrastination and just overall laziness, which I'm looking to correct all throughout 2020 and hopefully for the rest of my life. It is a struggle every day, you know, but if we can get there, then that would be great. I've decided that because my health and fitness has gotten so bad, that I would like to train for an ultra marathon, which is probably about 100 kilometers of running to do. That's a very, very big step after, you know, not being able to even run like 4 kilometers very easily now. So I've also thought about maybe making a YouTube channel to document my progress on the training and just some other things along the way. If you guys would like to see something like that, let me know in the comments below, because yeah, I wouldn't mind having something else to like maybe keep me accountable throughout the process as well, and just a way to document sort of like my thought patterns and things, so that I can look back on it maybe in another 10 years and see what sort of person I was 10 years ago. You know, as we're moving into a new decade, I'm trying to remember who I was 10 years ago and how much I've changed. And I would actually like to be able to see that myself as well, which could be pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get back into the actual video now. I think we're about to come across a very, very cool discovery, so I'll get back to the video now. Alright, well, that's our second set of diamonds that we've found, so I'm going to end the time lapse there. Oh, we've got some cave spiders too. We definitely don't want to die right now, because... Oh, more diamonds here! I think what we might want to do is actually potentially come back here if we can remember where we are. And I think what we're going to want to do is just mine up a few of these diamonds, maybe out of this batch here. Definitely going to want to kill the spider. So yeah, I think we're going to want to mine up this batch here so we can make a diamond pickaxe. Don't want to break that off. And let's just make sure they're nice and secure. And then we've got enough for an enchanting table as well. And we will take a quick screenshot once we get to a safe place of precisely where we are. There's cave spiders everywhere over here. So we'll take that screenshot, and now it's just time to find our way back to the base. And get started on some of the other things, particularly the cow farm, so that we can get some books together, so we can get fortune on our pick and come back here and mine up the rest of these diamonds. That sounds like a plan. So I'm not gonna time lapse this bit. We're just gonna find our way back to the base. I'll meet you back there, and we'll get started on all the other things. All right, we're back in the base. This is what we got from the caving adventure there. We got enough diamonds to make a pickaxe and an enchanting table, some lapis, some coal, which I wasn't really paying attention to. Gold ore, we got over 2.5 stacks of iron ore, some redstone dust, which will definitely come in handy. I even got a music disc, but this one looks like it's broken, so I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if you guys saw that happen. I might do some fancy editing and see what I can do to make that very, very clear. And a golden apple from some loot, and then just some random mob drops. So we also went through all of our axes, so I'm glad I brought all of those axes. I wasn't sure if I was actually over preparing or not, but that is a very, very good. I guess one thing I do want to do now is actually just see how much space we have back here. So we actually have quite a bit, which is interesting. So what I might do is have our farming area in here, which will be, if I can get back in here, I don't think I can get back in. Let's do the old teleport again. Beep. Wow, that was quick. So if we carve out a bit in here, maybe if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That might give us enough space. So let's get that all mined out like so. And now we just need to light that up real quick so we don't get any monsters spawning. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see here we almost broke through to the other side. I do need to replace all of this with stone eventually. But I think this will provide enough, I guess, enough farming space. We can have potatoes down here and wheat down here, and we can probably have our cows somewhere in here as well. And I was also thinking, I wonder if I hide my water source like underneath here for all the food, or if I just have it down the middle here with slabs on top of it. I'm not really too sure. I also do want to somehow have some sugarcane in here, so it might be a good idea. Let me have a think and come back to you guys. Righto, so I have decided to go with the hidden water source underneath here, so we'll go ahead and place in all of our dirt. I might need slightly more than this, I'm not too sure. Boom, boom, boom. And and then I have decided also that we'll go with, you know, the potatoes for our food. Sugarcane, obviously, because we need that for the books and the bookcases and things. And then also we've got some wheat seeds here. So what I'm going to do, what my plan was, we'll need to get a bit more, but we'll have the sugarcane on along here, sort of thing. And that'll be all the way up to the back here. We'll just need to wait for it to grow a little bit so we can actually get in here and plant it all up. And then in the middle here, we'll have potatoes and wheat. And basically all I thought about doing was having the potatoes along here because we'll need them for food. And if we end up getting a... Why can't I place a potato there? That's strange. I think that might be a bug. I think what I might just dig up that dirt real quick. What the hell? That's strange. Okay, well, I guess we can't plant... I wonder if I can plant wheat on there. No, can't plant anything on there. That's a really weird glitch. We're also going to need to wait for the wheat to grow up a little bit as well, but this is basically the idea I had. We'll go ahead and replace this with some stone. I think we will need to beautify this whole area a little bit eventually. Maybe adding in some like texture variation, maybe making it look a little bit more run down. I'm not really too sure. That would be a huge project though. But that's looking pretty good. We've got our farm moved inside now. We can maybe think about getting some cows in here as well. But what I do want to do first is just extend this out a little bit. I also need to quickly fix up these bits so that we've got this all finished up. So that comes across there. And I just need to fill in this roof here. Boy, there's a big gap there. That's because we need 1 and 2. So that's the roof all finished up, because I don't want actually that part to be a part of this window. And I'll get this dirt out of here just because it looks kind of ugly. So, boom, boom. Come on. Boom. Alright, and then I think I might just dig all of this out until there's no blocks obstructing it anymore. And I'll eventually change all this dirt as well, maybe. We'll see how we go. And then obviously I'm going to need to go mine up some of that sand. 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. And we'll create a nice glass window here so that we can look out into the wide open world. That'll be pretty nice. Alright, so this is all basically cleared out. I'm going to go get some glass now as well, and I want to create somewhat of a frame so that it's holding up the land above it. I don't want it just to be like a window with land floating. I want it to actually look like it's supposed to be there, and we've done everything properly to A1 building standards, you know. We want to make sure it's structurally sound. Things can get a bit carried away with Minecraft graphics, with Minecraft physics, but we want to make sure this doesn't look too out of place, like it just doesn't really belong there. So we want to make sure that all of this is supported properly. It's going to look a bit odd. I'm going to have to try and maybe curve it in a little bit. I'm not sure. I need to look at this from the outside. There's a creeper there. Oh god. Oh no. Let's do some tree parkour to get over here. Need to get higher. Yeah. Alright. Oh, we've got a dark forest on top of it there. Oh. Dark oak forest, covered forest, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's going to look pretty cool actually, I think. I think even as it is with those, maybe if I cleared out some of the dirt from here and made it just rest on these things here, I think that might actually work even just like that, and then we can have the window there, and this bit on the bottom doesn't really matter too much. I'm not sure. Let's just go gather up some dirt. I've got a spare shovel here. So sand, I mean. Ooh, that looks very cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's like a little... Ooh. That does look very awesome. We will have to check that out one day. But right now, I just need some sand for some glass. Sand for glass. It's pretty good position that we've got our basin here. We've got a desert here for some sand. Oh, that looks pretty cool too. Jeebus. We've got obviously like a nice big cave system near us. Got a dark oak forest for our needs. We've got a village nearby. This is basically the perfect position. We've even got a savanna there for some acacia trees if we really want them. But they're a little bit too orange for me. Maybe the grey. The grey might be nice. But anyway, I'm going to get this done, and I'll see you back once the window is getting put together. So I decided maybe acacia would look good, so I did go out and collect some, and that's just to sort of look like a support for the like cliff face thing here, I guess. So for the window, I've decided to go with stained glass, and I figure if we sort of... I'm going to need more stone up here, which is going to be a bit of a pain. Sorry, I was laughing because I was like, pain, haha, glass, like glass pane, haha. But I'm not using glass pane, so yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Anyway, moving on. So, and then we'll have boom, 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 boom. I sort of wanted it to like dip out like a tiny bit. So, do we go 3 here, or I think that's going to be enough. So if we go here, obviously I want to be inside this thing. Boom. I think that looks pretty cool. And we've got like a nice view out here now too. Let's go have a look at what it looks like from the outside. Maybe we can use our trusty teleport just to go onto that mountain. It's not looking too bad. I think like it could look better, but let's have a quick peek from this side. Oh, yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. I don't mind that. I don't mind it too much. It's pretty good. It looks a bit odd in the mountain with that, but I think I like that idea where it's like, you know, you can clearly tell there's a base here only if you look from this side, and maybe another side if we accidentally cut through another side. And that like beam there, it's sort of like a bit strange that it's there, but it makes sort of sense, if you know what I mean. I think I quite like it actually. Now for the last thing we need to do, we actually need to wait until some of our wheat is growing. So it's going to take a little while. So I'm just going to AFK around here for a little while and go and get some things done. And once we come back, we'll go get some cows, and that'll be the last thing we need to do for this episode. And hopefully by then we've also got some good crops growing as well, so that we've got a decent food source and a decent source of paper. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so I've got one cow in my little valley there now. So this should be the last cow that we need. So let's go and grab this guy, or gal, whichever cow this is. I don't know if we've got a guy or a girl back at the base, but it doesn't really matter. Gender is fluid in this game, and cows will mate with whomever they like. Come for a swim, boy. No. This is when you really need some leads. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get this fella back to the base, and I think it's going to be a pretty slow process. Now we have the 2 cows, because I just picked up the one that I left here. So we're going to get these fellas into their base, or hopefully they're, well, I was going to say hopefully they're not both boys, because, you know, then they wouldn't breed, but we already established that Minecraft's animals are gender neutral. Let's get these fellas in here. I'm going to call them fellas, just because. I wonder if they can get through here. Yep. Can they get through here? No. Maybe I'll just knock that out for the moment. Come on. Come on, moo-moos. I've already got a fence set up down here as well. So, come on, moo-moos. Moo-moos. We will eventually have like those one wide dispenser cow thingies where it dispenses the water, they bounce and blah blah. And we've got some cows, and just as the sun, oh my goodness, the sun sets out this window. Oh, that is so beautiful. That was an unplanned magical moment right there. Now we've got a little baby cow in here too, and I also did figure out why this potato wouldn't plant, and it was because I didn't have the right light levels around this block here. So now we've got that potato planted down as well. We've got a full crop in here. Everything is looking good. So that is all I've got time for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give it a big fat thumbs up, and otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.